Just a quick heads up, supplies are limited for this.
Hi guys, this is Mary. I'm the teen librarian at the Scotlandville Branch Library, and this week we are going to learn how to make an origami ninja star. Now, this ninja star is actually pretty easy to make. It just takes a while because you have to make each one of these little individual pieces. So, real easy to make. It just takes a little while, so you'll have to be patient with it. So, what you're going to need is you're going to need 8 squares of paper. Now, you notice here I've got 2 different colors. I've got a blue, indigo, purple, and I've got white. You might not get a blue, indigo, purple. You might get a light blue like this. You might get yellow. You might get green. They all have the same effect. They all do the same thing. It all looks awesome. So, without further ado, let's get started.
Okay, so here's how to make each of the 8 pieces that go into the ninja star. To start, you take your square of paper and you fold it diagonally. Make sure the corners line up. And make sure to crease. Okay? Then unfold. Now, some of the squares of paper you get might already have this first fold done for you. If that's the case, just skip that first step. Second step is you fold it diagonally the other way. Make sure the corners line up. And crease. Now unfold it again. Now you see there's an X in the middle, okay? Now what you're going to want to do is fold it in half again, but not diagonally. You're going to just fold it in half regularly this time. Make sure the corners line up. And crease. Then unfold it again. So now you see there's an X and now there's a center line. So what you're going to want to do then is fold the top 2 corners in to that center line. And crease. Then fold the whole thing in half. So those 2 flaps that you just made are going to be on the inside. Then you take this back part, you see how there's this line, and when you poke it down, it kind of wants to pop in. That's what you want to do. You want to poke it till it pops in. You might need to run like your finger or your nail along this line here so it pops in. And crease. And so you've got this kind of parallelogram, squash diamond kind of look to it. And that's the first piece. Now, you're going to make 7 more of these to have 8 total. So if you need to see how to do it again, just rewind the video. But I've already finished all the rest of them. So I will show you now how to put it all together. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to put the whole thing together. So you've got your 8 pieces already folded. Now, each individual piece has kind of 2 sides to it. There's this side, and then there's the other side that's got 2 flaps. So you've got the side with 2 flaps and the side without the flaps. So those are our 2 sides. So what you're going to want to do is you want to get pieces of 2 different colors, and you're going to take the side with no flaps of one and put it between the flaps of the other. So when you're done, it should sit flush but it's easier when you're putting it all together that you move it out a little bit. And you're going to take these two flaps here and fold them in like so. And then you're going to slide it down. So the purple will sit flush between these two flaps. And then you repeat. You take the side without the flaps, you tuck it in between the flaps, and you fold the flaps in, and then you slide it out. Okay, I'll go ahead and I'll put the rest of it together on my own, and if you need some help on how to repeat this step, just rewind the video, and I will get back to you when we're almost together, because the last one can be a little fiddly. I'll show you a little trick on that. Okay, so we are almost done. We have 7 of the pieces already put together. And so we've got one last piece right here. So, same thing as before. You're going to put the side with no flaps in between the flaps and fold them down. Now for this last one, you may want to slide this piece forward a bit so you can fit this first piece that we folded, the first piece that we put together through, then slide it back. And now if you notice, we've got the 2 flaps that we tuck these into, but then we've got this one part in the middle that belongs to this piece. Now this is where it gets a little tricky, because you want to make sure when you fold these down that you don't fold this purple piece in with one of these flaps. Otherwise it won't slide and you won't be able to change your ninja star from a ring into a proper star. So what you're going to want to do is take it real carefully. Can be a little fiddly, but there we go. There we go. Tuck it in and kind of roll it a little bit until it's, until you've got it. You don't want it hanging out too much, but if you can't get it flush, it's fine. And then flip it over, and you can kind of slide your finger into the flap so you can a little more easily fold it in. There you go. And that's sticking out a little bit. Let's see if I can push it in a little bit more. Perfect. There we go. And there's the completed ninja star. But Miss Mary, it doesn't look like a ninja star. I know. It doesn't look like a ninja star right now. But to make it look like a ninja star, gently push on it, and you'll notice that the pieces kind of slide out. Just gently push it. And sometimes it can be a little fiddly, but there we go. There's your ninja star. And if you want to transform it back into a ring, just gently pull on it. Don't pull too hard, because then the pieces can come undone. But there's your ring.